A fig tree takes on the work of a fig tree. A dog, a dog. Marcus Aurelius. A creatively and financially independent poet is able to craft a living entirely around a poetry offer that the poet created. The methods for independence can vary, starting with poets who create their own offers and businesses around poetry that other people can either choose to buy or reject. For instance, I use poetry in my own business as a teaching device for communication strategies. I also help poets to edit poems, to consider performance techniques, and prepare their own manuscripts. I also help poets to strategize for independence, so we can together discover offers to give the world and to help the poets also present their ideas to the world too. Some renowned poets have created ad agencies informed by poetry, or they prepare copy. Some use poetry as a tool for therapy for their patients. Some use poetry to create curricula or school programming. Just as the methods for achieving independence range very widely, so do the degrees of independence, from fully dependent to fully independent. A dependent poet is a poet who's reliant on structures beyond offers that they've created. Most poets have not earned a dime from writing. However, there are many poets who work traditional jobs during typical business hours, yet have earned also a minimal amount of income from writing, usually through acceptances or books or prizes or stipends. Less dependent poets will be those who work in academia or institutions. They're hired by others to help achieve an organization's goal. These poets, though, don't fully control their job status, as they don't own the offer that's given to others, and they may not even know how to create an offer on their own. These poets are also dependent on terms of a contract that they signed but probably didn't create. And also, these poets typically need funding that comes from donors or grants or philanthropy. The poet who wins a book award or a prestigious prize is even closer to independence. The stipends or the proceedings can help the poet stay focused on poetry for often longer periods of time. But these awards typically require submissions. They require outside judges. They require expectations established by an organization. These are not the terms that the poet creates on their own. They're not the terms that the poet controls. In the case of grant funding, there's often a need to reapply once the funding runs out. It can happen where poets in these situations become the product themselves without ever actually creating an offer around poetry.